Okay, hey guys, I'm here and I'm queer, and I wanted to talk about something that I don't usually talk about because it's kind of depressing, and I want this channel to be more of an upbeat type of thing. So of course I have my rats here with me. I finally cleaned up my room, so yeah, it feels so empty without my little sister in here, but whatever. What I wanted to talk about was, okay, so I was recently today I was actually watching Shane Dawson's video on where he put his boyfriend in a fat suit and had him walk around for a day so he could feel what it felt like to have those insecurities, so that maybe he'd, so that he'd at least understand a little bit better where Shane was coming from. Sorry guys, I'm really sick, like throwing up sick, but I really wanted to make this video. So I wanted to talk about the other side of that spectrum, because yes, there are weight issues with people that are overweight, but there are also people who are underweight as well who also suffer from issues. And I feel like that's not really brought up as much because, it's really not as noticeable, I guess, if they have weight issues. I'll just tell you guys how I feel to give you guys more of an idea of what I'm talking about. So, all my life I've been super skinny. Like, no matter what I eat, I'm super skinny and everything, and all my life I've felt anxiety. And since like 7th grade, I've had depression. I'm in 10th grade now. I still have it. It's never going away. It's always going to be there. I just have to learn to cope with it, which I'm currently learning to do with therapy. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about high pudding. You cannot gnaw in the cage and it suddenly be open. Okay, but what I wanted to talk about was my weight. So yes, I've been skinny my whole life, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, then you don't have weight insecurities because you have no reason to feel that way. I'm underweight, like, by a significant amount. I'm not going to say how much, but I am underweight for my age, my height, and my sex. I am very much underweight. Not severely, but very much so. And recently I've started exercising a lot more and eating better and everything, and eating a lot more. Currently I'm sick, so I haven't been doing that like for the past few days, but for like the past couple weeks I have been eating more and exercising more, and I feel very self-conscious because when I eat, I have a tendency to feel fat, even though I'm like very much clearly not. I wear overweight shirt, well, like not overweight, but like shirts that are big on me because I like it, but at the same time I'm constantly feeling like I'm fat, which I'm clearly not, and I never have been. I've never been overweight. I don't know what that feels like, but I personally feel it. And it's kind of weird to be talking about this because I don't really tell anyone about this, because when I tell people about it, they're like, oh, you're not fat, Christina, stop being stupid, and everything, and they'll get on my butt, like, stop being so down about yourself, look at you, you are like perfectly healthy, but I'm not healthy at all. Like, you guys see how freaking thin my arm is? Yeah, that's from being a little bit underweight. And it's not like I don't try to gain a little bit of weight to stop being underweight. I do. My metabolism's just really high, and it causes me not to be able to gain weight very easily. And when I eat too much, then I feel fat, and I feel really insecure and stuff like that. And up until last summer, I refused to wear bikinis because I always felt so self-conscious in them. I refused to wear anything that was even semi-revealing. I had a freaking full piece with like ruffles up here for like a couple years. I've always had at least tankinis to cover my stomach, and when I finally wore a bikini, I felt really self-conscious. I felt like I was too big to wear that. I've always thought that my body is ugly, and that's one of the reasons why I changed my hair so much, and why I started wearing makeup a lot more. Because if you guys have seen any of my long time ago past videos, I never wore makeup. Recently I got into makeup because because I see myself as ugly, very much so ugly. And I did my hair a lot because I want to change the way I look so that I look at least semi-pretty. I cut my hair so much because I hate the way that I look so much. And that's the other end of the spectrum, because I mean, you can be overweight and have be very insecure and be like, oh, I'm too fat, I'm really ugly because I'm fat, I have freaking double chin or whatever, and you can say that about yourself and feel down about yourself on that side of the spectrum. But on the other side, there are people who, even though they're skinny, feel fat every time they eat too much, or they have such a high metabolism that they feel like very insecure about themselves, their weight, everything. Because I'm underweight and I can't physically stand it. I hate transitioning from freaking winter to summer, because I go from wearing pants all the time to wearing shorts all the time, and I don't like the way my legs are shaped. I think that my legs are very much ugly. I think that my legs look fat, but they're not. I'm underweight, and that's just how it is. I feel very insecure about my body, about just everything about me. And even as a child, I kind of felt this way, I guess. I used to wear dresses all the time, and I still do every now and again to make myself feel pretty, but I used to wear dresses all the time, and I always was like, oh, I'm a princess, I'm gonna find my prince. And then I got my hopes up about boys and everything, and then they all just let me down. And I guess that's kind of how my depression started, was a bunch of boys, being how boys are, told me that they loved me, and then turned around and was like, I never loved you and all that, and we're in middle school, this isn't real, this is never going to happen, we're both gonna die without even remembering each other. And that was hard for me, and it still is. If anyone shows me any type of attention that way, I get very emotionally attached to them, and I find myself feeling pretty, feeling gorgeous with this person, and then the second they get rid of me, I feel very insecure. I feel like I'm not good enough for anyone. My head goes down. I even now, I don't even look anyone in the eye. And I just wanted to talk about this because, you know, a lot of people feel this way, and it's not just me. Like, a lot of people who are underweight or the perfect weight or whatever sometimes will feel the same way that I do. And it's perfectly natural to have insecurities. These insecurities that I have are actually a symptom of my anxiety and my depression. And I know that, but I am not exactly sure how to deal with that. I talk to my therapist a lot, and everything that he suggests, it kind of just slips in my mind, and then I never actually, like, do anything he tells me to do. And, sorry, it's really hard for me, personally. And I know a lot of girls in my school who feel the same exact way as me. We're underweight, or we're, like, really thin, but we say that we're fat because that's the way we feel on the outside. We're not fat. And it can also be a symptom of, like, if you have, like, bulimia or anorexia, stuff like that, can be caused by girls feeling fat even though they're not, and stuff. And you should not be feeling this way. It's not healthy. it means that there's definitely something wrong with you and you need to get help. And I guess Shane's video kind of opened up my eyes about that, because, you know, I've been unconsciously doing this for a long time, and I've never really talked to anyone about how I feel about it and how I personally feel about my body and everything. And I mean, I guess it was kind of obvious because whenever I'm changing in a locker room, I feel very insecure, and I kind of hide a little bit because I feel like my body is terribly ugly. I used to just change inside a bathroom stall. I refused to change in front of the girls at all. And now, I mean, I change in front of girls and everything, and I'm at least a little bit more comfortable with it. I'm not fully comfortable with it, though. I still feel very, very insecure, and when it's my time of the month, I will still go into the bathroom to change because I'm so embarrassed about it being my time of the month, and I feel disgusting and ugly, and I try to hide it as best I can, but I've gotten a little bit more comfortable with it recently. I've been, hi, butterscotch. Thank you. She gave my nose kisses. But it's really something that no one really talks about, and I feel like it really needs to be talked about, because there are a lot of people out there who think about this, and I'm not saying that if you're, like, obese or overweight at all, that your problems are not as bad as mine. I'm not saying that at all. We have the same problems. They're just as bad as each other, and we need to get help for these problems. And we're one and the same, really. I mean, you're overweight and very insecure, and I'm underweight and really insecure. I guess it's a natural part of human thinking to think down upon yourself, and it's not good. Hi, you know. And I've been getting better, but it's some days I feel so bad about myself that I will sit there in class, not even pay attention, and just feel like horrible about myself, just lost in thought, almost in tears, because I feel so bad about myself. But I don't like to cry in front of people because I see that as a weakness. Personally, I don't like crying in front of people. It makes me feel weak, and it makes me feel even more upset, and I feel pathetic. Be nice to each other. And it's just, it's so freaking hard. And being a teenager makes it even harder because you know there's rumors being spread about you. High school fucking sucks. And I know that it will end, but right now it is my reality. That's all I know right now. Pudding, stop it. And this is my life right now. And I know people are like, oh, don't worry, it'll be over here soon. I was saying how much time I had. They're like, oh, don't worry, it'll be over soon and everything. And high school isn't everything. Well, right now it is to me. Because I'm a teenager. This is my life right now. Sure, when I'm older, I'll be like, oh, yeah, it wasn't that big of a deal. I probably shouldn't have overreacted that way that I did. That was very, very stupid of me. When I'm older, I will admit that. But right now, it is my reality, and it is how I feel. And this is how I'm reacting to it. And just people are cruel, and you guys should not listen to people. Like, at all. I was called fat before. Yeah, I know. This was called fat. Yeah, and I'm fat. I've been called ugly. I've been called an attention whore. And I know I'm not any of those things, but it still hurts, you know? In fact, I'd rather not have any attention at all. Every now and again, I will want attention, and I will ask for it when I want it, but I'm not the type of person to fake depression or fake anxiety, or like even here, this video isn't for attention. This is me trying to bring awareness to things that are very, very real for a lot of people, not just me. Even on YouTube, I'm not vying for attention. I do this because it helps me. It's a type of therapy for me, and I don't really get anything out of it, but like a little bit of a better feeling, and I get a little weight lifted off my chest. Half the time I don't even upload all of these videos. Like, I make videos and then I trash them because I don't like them, or I think I look ugly in them, and I cannot stand listening to my own voice on recording because I hate my voice so much. And it's tough being insecure, and a lot of people don't get that. And I just wanted to bring a little bit of awareness and tell you that if you are feeling the way that I feel, you definitely should get help, because it's not healthy to be feeling that way about yourself. And you could have severe depression or anorexia or anything like that. And I know it's hard to get help because it was hard for me. It took me a year to finally work up the courage to just tell my mom that I had depression. Every one of my friends knew I did, and every one of my friends knew that I cut after school. And I just was constantly cutting and trying to get rid of the pain, but that's not the right way to do it, and you definitely need to get help if you are solving your insecurities that way, because it doesn't help. So I guess this was kind of a PSA. I don't know what it was, but I wanted to make this video to let you all know that it's okay that you're feeling this way, but you definitely should get help, because it can hurt you in the worst ways possible. I should know, because I go through this. Every day of my life is this, constantly. Just so many insecurities and everything. And yeah, I guess I'm going to end this video off here, because there's nothing more that I really want to say that isn't just stuff that I'm going to repeat over and over again. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like and comment down below. Comment down below just something positive about anyone. Just say something positive about them. Send positive just comments and everything to make people feel better about themselves and about their bodies and just about everything in general. Anyways guys, if you guys enjoyed, I already said that. Anyways guys, peace out. Bye.